Hey, what's up guys, 𝐻𝐿𝐤𝐿 here, and yes, this is something I haven't said in a while on my channel, have I? Now, we are here with FIFA 22, and I am so excited to finally get things going again, because I've literally been dying to make videos again, but I just couldn't do it anymore on FIFA 21. I was just burned out on that game, and I just really wanted this game, because I've actually been playing FIFA 22 for quite some time. But today, we are actually going to be showing you guys all the new 5-star skillers and just in general all the 5-star skillers which are available for FIFA 22. First of all, though, I would like to say a big thank you to the EA Creator Network. That is what it's actually changed to instead of the EA Game Changers Network. For, of course, allowing me to play FIFA 22 early. Big thanks to them as always. And yeah, you can see in the background what a glorious new menu they have provided for us for FIFA 22. It really gives me that kind of, you know, nostalgic feeling of the early days of FIFA 12 and FIFA 13, where you can actually like see the player physical in the background, which was awesome. But yeah, in terms of FUT menu, very much looks the same. They've made it a little bit more easier to navigate and stuff. You guys will probably most likely find out about that yourselves as well when you get the game. But for today's video, we are strictly going to be talking about the 5-star skillers. That is my area, of course, when it comes to FIFA. So the first player we're going to be talking about is a player I never knew actually watched my videos, or at least when I upload videos. That is this man, 𝐻𝐿𝐤𝐤, one of the most old school 5-star skillers in the game. And he actually follows me on Twitter and Instagram and told me that he watched my videos. So that is awesome to see. Still rocking in the game with 5-star skill moves, which is awesome. And I can tell you, you see a Brazilian on your screen right now, and there are so many like good-looking Brazilian players which have 5 stars as well, which we're going to be taking a look at in a second. So yeah, sit tight. Anyway, next up, another old-school player, Gary Mackay-Steven, now plays for Hearts of Midlothian, I think it is pronounced. Yeah, Hearts in the Scottish League. Then we move on to another Brazilian, Thales Magno from New York City FC, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 67 rated, not the best, but, you know, decent looking pace. So tasty player to maybe try out in the silver launch this year. Next up, we have another Brazilian in Guilherme Ferreira Pinto, commonly known as 𝐻𝐿𝐤𝐤, who plays in the Korean League with 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot, decent looking pace as well. And like I said, once again, a Brazilian. And yeah, it seems like that the Brazilvers are kind of making a return this year for FIFA 22, which is awesome. Next up, another old school player, Aiden Mcgee, of course, commonly known by his own skill move, the Mcgee spin. And yeah, plays for Sunderland this year. I know he moved to a few different clubs for the past few years on loan, I think. Next up, we have another player from the, I think, Korean League. Oh, this is actually the Japanese league. That is Sonkrasin, who I think has a slight pace downgrade. But still 5-star skill moves, which is great. 71 rated. Next up, a very pacey player from, I think, the Korean League this time again. That is Modu Baro, 92 pace and 74 dribbling. Also 5-star skills and 2-star weak foot. He kind of reminds me of Silas from FIFA 21. As you all do know, was a bit of a channel favorite of mine. And also from, of course, Danny Aarons. But this man looks pretty good as well. Plays in the Korean League. And I'm pretty sure there are quite a few decent looking players from that league specifically. So yeah, maybe we can make a cool team around him at some point. Next up, we have Cherky, who this year is a right winger by default. Still rocking the 5-star combo. And I'm not too sure in terms of stats, but I think they are pretty much the same apart from the position. The next up, we have Carrasco, also a 5-star skiller, which was in the game before. Has a bit of a weird item, but that's because he is a Copa Libertadores player, as you can see at the bottom left. And yeah, still plays in that league. Then next up, we have Marcelino Moreno, who last year actually was a low-rated gold. And since he's a silver now, he looks disgustingly good. Look at those stats. 89 pace and 83 dribbling on a silver player. Shooting, not the best, but, you know, 5 stars on him. Looks amazing. So definitely a player we can use. And he plays in the MLS for Atlanta United. So, yeah, fairly easy as well to link up with other silver players. Next up, Alexandru Maxim. Also a pretty old-school 5-star skiller, at least for the ones that are known with the players. Yeah, doesn't really look that amazing. Plays in the Turkish league, so maybe a bit tricky to link up. But still rocking the 5-star and 4-star weak foot combo as well. Next up, 𝐻𝐤𝐤𝐞, or at least that's what he commonly was known for by his name, but he's now known as 𝐻𝐤𝐤𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐻𝐵, which I think is his official name, actually. There's like a big story around his whole name, so if you don't know about it, look it up. It's a pretty interesting story as well. But yeah, here he is, Silas, 75 rated this year, meaning we of course can't use him in the silver launch anymore, which is a shame. But he still looks amazing with that 87 pace, 80 dribbling, 71 shooting, still 5-star skills and 2-star weak foot. And like I mentioned before, Brazilians are crazy this year. Look at this guy, 𝐻𝐤𝐤𝐶, who once again plays in the Korean League with 5-star. And to be fair, he has very good looking stats for a cam, which is 75 rated. So I think this man could easily be one of those players that a lot of people will be trying out in their starting team. The 5-star combo just looks disgusting as well. Next up, we have Ricardo Centurion. Once again, a player from the Copa Libertadores, hence the weird kind of item. Looks very good as well for a 75 rated player. 87 pace, 83 dribbling. Very similar to Silas, actually. He has a better weak foot, though, so maybe that's a little bit of an advantage. And also a better nation, I would say, but plays in a little bit of an off league. But yeah, moving on. Next up, another Argentinian in Acosta, who got the upgrade from a silver to a gold. Now plays for FC Cincinnati. He used to play in the MLS before, I think, as well, and also in the Mexican League. So yeah, he's back again in the MLS. Next up, another Argentinian player in Piatti, who also plays in the Copa Libertadores League. Doesn't look that amazing, to be fair, but still rocking the 5-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot combo as well. Then we have Amin Harit, who now plays for Marseille. Made the transfer, I think, from Schalke to Marseille. And is now a left mid as well, in comparison to, I think, last year. I think he was a central player, which probably would have suited him more. But who knows? He might do well this year at Marseille and maybe get a few informers. Because I remember last year he played decent for Schalke, even though they relegated. Moving on, we have Igor Coronado, I think it is pronounced. And once again, another Brazilian who looks extremely good. 76 pace, center attacking mid, 80 pace, 82 dribbling, pretty decent shooting and passing as well. And of course, 5-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot. Plays in the Saudi League. I'm not too sure how the Saudi League is this year in regards to 5-star skillers as well. I think this is the only one, but I could be wrong. But yeah, it does look pretty good. And, you know, you can also link him up with some other good Brazilian-looking 5-star skillers if you want to. Next up, a returning 5-star skiller, Ricardo Charesma. Also a little bit of a channel favorite, especially in the early FIFA 15 days. Last year, he was not in the game, I think. And he eventually got dropped in like kickoff. And they gave him 4-star skills, which was a bit strange. But yeah, they've given him 5-star skill moves again, which is awesome. Doesn't look amazing, though, with those stats. But, you know, Charesma is a bit of a, you know, old school, I think, favorite of many players as well, many FIFA players. So, yeah, hopefully they gave him like a flashback card or something this year. Would be pretty cool. Next up, Gelson Martinez, who looks pretty good as well with a 93 pace, 83 dribbling as well. Of course, 5-star skills. Plays for AS Monaco. Could be a very good looking player for starter teams as well, but he might be a little bit expensive due to his pace mostly. Moving on, another very pacey-looking player is Saint Maximem from Newcastle United. Of course, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 91 pace. And this guy I don't know, he feels different in the game for me always. In comparison to other, like, really quick players. Like, if I, for example, compare Saint Maximem with Gelson Martinez, for whatever reason, he just feels faster in the game. I'm not too sure what it is. You guys can let me know as well if you have ever, like, felt that way before with, like, a specific player. But for me, it's always with him. Next up, we have Anthony from Ajax, who should have gotten 5-star skill moves before, man, because I don't know what it is, but last year they given him 5-star skills, I think, with like one of the winter upgrades, but not on Ultimate Team, which was really, really strange. Again, similar to Saint Maximin, it's going to be a very good-looking starter player, I think, and probably a very popular player, I think, in the first few months of Ultimate Team. Plays in the Eredivisie, so maybe a little bit of an off-league. Maybe the reason why he could be cheap, but due to like a lot of good Brazilian players in the game, he could maybe be a little bit expensive as well. But looks awesome, and I'm very, very happy that he finally has 5-star skill moves. Next up, we have Sherdon Shakiri, who now moved from Liverpool to Olympique Lyon in the league. And doesn't look that amazing, but, you know, looks decent for like maybe a center attacking mid or something. Is a right winger once again this year. With, of course, once again, 5-star skills and 4-star weak foot as well. Then we are going to be moving on to the next team, which is Skillers 2. Then we are moving on once again to another Brazilian player from Ajax. Same position, same rating as well. David Neres. And he also has the same combo in 5-star skills and 3-star weak foot. Has better dribbling though than Anthony, but yeah, a little bit less pace. So, you know, it's up to you who you prefer in your team whenever you're, you know, maybe building a Brazilian team. Next up, we have Salvio from also the Copa Libertadores League. Has 5-star skill moves as well once again this year. I think last year they gave him the upgrade. And he was a pretty good looking player last year. Tried him out as well a couple of times. And was pretty good. So looking forward to see how he performs this year. Looks very well-rounded as well with the shooting and the pace. And of course the dribbling as well. Next up, Marcelo once again got a downgrade. I think this year from 83 to 80. You know, makes him of course cheaper, but it's sad to see a legendary player like him, you know, going downhill. But that's what happens when you reach the end of your career. Still has the high attacking and low defensive work rates. But to be fair, if you use him as like a center mid or something, or maybe a CDM, despite the work rates in your team, I think he could be a very fun player to use, especially with the decent passing and the really high dribbling, and of course the 5 stars. Next up, Venesis Junior obviously offers that perfect link to Marcelo. And I'm a bit surprised that he's only 80 rated, because he's been absolutely, you know, smashing it this year for Real Madrid, scoring a lot of goals. And yeah, looks still amazing though with 95 pace and 87 dribbling. But I figured he would maybe like get like maybe a little bit of an upgrade to maybe 82 or something. But who knows? Maybe we'll see some more informs of him this year. Next up is another old school 5-star skiller who used to be a Brazilian, but is a Ukrainian for I think a few years now. That is Marlos, who actually got his position changed from a right mid to a cam. And yeah, also just has that kind of special place in my heart, you know, due to him being just one of those legendary 5-star skillers from back in FIFA 11, which is like 10 years ago or 11 years ago, which is crazy. But yeah, also looks pretty decent, but of course is difficult to link. Next up, we have Nani, who has gotten himself a bit of a pace downgrade as well. Still rocking the 5-star combo, which is awesome. Plays in the MLS, so could offer some decent links to some other 5-star skillers who play there. And yeah, we'll probably guarantee to see some more special cards of him in this year's game. So I'm looking forward to see them, of course, pop up. But he doesn't look too bad either, despite the pace. Next up, Martin Odegaard back at Arsenal. Also back with the 5-star skill moves. 2-star weak foot. Looks decent for a cam. 84 dribbling and 83 passing as well. Not the quickest, but I think with the dribbling, you could easily glide past the defenders with him. Next up, Zaha. I think got his position changed this year to a left forward. But yeah, also decent pace still. And, or I say decent, good pace still, and very good dribbling as well. And of course, still rocking the 5-star skills and decent shooting as well on him. Always been a player I'm looking forward to try out, but he always just ends up not delivering for me in front of goals. So yeah, hopefully this year that'll change. Next up is Jesus Corona, who is back again with the 5-star skill moves this year, which is awesome, because I remember last year, I think, or the year before, he got downgraded. And for whatever reason, they never upgraded him, which was kind of odd. So, yeah, him seeing again with the 5-star combo is awesome. And, yeah, still looks pretty good. And, you know, from his stats, they are a bit all over the place. Not the best shooting, but, you know, pretty decent defending as well. So, technically, you could sort of use him as a right back, despite him being a right mid by default. But, yeah, all in all, very happy to see him getting the 5 stars back again this year. Moving on, we have Philippe Coutinho, who also got a pretty big downgrade, or at least in terms of stats. He still looks amazing though with 88 dribbling, but 69 pace. I don't know if that's true or not, if he's that slow on the pitch, but yeah, still has 5-star skills. That's the most important thing. And you know, he's pretty cheap, I think, because he's an 82 rated player. So yeah, would fit into the Brazilian looking skill team I'm kind of thinking of, I think, well as well. Moving on, another Barcelona player in Ousmane Dembele, 83 rated. I don't think a lot has changed with him. 93 pace, 86 dribbling. Also the 5-star combo, and just looks insanely overpowered again, once again this year. And then we have the first, and I think the only right back in this year's game, which has 5-star skills. That is Cuadrado, who I have to say also looks really good this year. 90 pace, 87 dribbling, good defending, good physical, good shooting, good passing. Very, very well-rounded for a defensive kind of player. Then moving on to Xiao Felix. I'm not too sure if he got a downgrade, but yeah, he looks still pretty good. 82 pace, 86 dribbling, decent shooting as well, decent passing. Of course, the 5-star, 4-star combo, which is not too bad. Then moving on to a very much of a surprise, in my eyes anyway, 𝐿𝐿𝐵 𝐿𝐿𝐵, who, as you do know, plays for Atalanta Bergamo. But Atalanta this year are not in the game. They are replaced by Bergamo Calcio, as they lost the licensing, unfortunately. But him getting 5-star skills is a bit of a surprise to me. He probably is a very skillful player in real life. But yeah, it's a bit of a surprise to me that they upgraded him. He looks very good, though, with those stats. Not the quickest, but 86 dribbling, 86 shooting, and also 84 passing is kind of nuts. Then we have another kind of big player with 5-star skills, also plays in the Serie A. That is Zlatan Ibrahimovic, still rocking in professional football, which is awesome to see. 87 shooting on him as well. And I think he got a little bit of a pace upgrade, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, looks more usable this year in comparison to last year. Then we have 𝐻𝐢𝐤𝐞 𝐒𝐿𝐵 from Chelsea. One of my favorite players as well, especially when he played in the Eredivisie. I think got a bit of a pace downgrade. Still very good passing, which is definitely deserved. And decent shooting, pretty good dribbling as well, which is not too bad. Moving on to Roberto Firmino, who got himself a downgrade. And looking at his stats and then his rating, they don't really go well with each other, I think. If you have an 85 player in mind, an 85 rated player, you don't really think of these stats. But yeah, it's true that Firmino got himself the downgrade to 85. Still almost 90 dribbling, though, which is pretty good. So maybe one of the reasons why he is 85 rated. Next up, we have Marcus Rashford, who I loved last year. One of my favorite players. Still 85 rated with 90 pace, 84 dribbling, and 84 shooting. And just looks like a very expensive and also very good-looking player this year once again. Moving on, Memphis Depay. One I am a little bit disappointed with his rating, of course, that is. I think he deserved a rating of like maybe 86. I think 87 would have been too much. But yeah, the season he had for Lyon, also made the transfer to Barcelona and already started off really well. I think he deserved an 86 rating. But, you know, maybe he'll get himself an inform sooner or something. If, of course, Barcelona decides to play well. But yeah, still, stats-wise, pretty good. He lost some pace, though, which is a shame. Still good shooting, though, and good dribbling and passing, which is nice to see. Moving on to Thiago, who I am a bit of a surprise. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised with that he's still 86. Still 90 dribbling, though, but again, also amazing passing. So that's probably the reason why he's still an 86 rated player. Low pace, though, and low physical, which is a shame to see on him. Moving on to Riyad Mahrez, also just... I'm a big fan of him in real life as well. Also on FIFA, just an absolute gem as well in the game. And yeah, the dribbling alone just makes up for everything, like the pace and stuff. You barely notice it with players like him, I feel anyway. So yeah, I can't wait to try this man out, because every year he just seems to do well for me. Moving on, Ángel Di María, once again another player I'm actually really looking forward to try out. Not the only reason why I would like to try out Di María, but PSG in general just look insane this year with all the new signings they made. But yeah, once again, Di María looks very decent. Moving on, Jaden Sancho, the new United signing, as you do know, looks very similar to Riyad Mahrez, actually. Also with the high dribbling and also the spot-on 81 pace and the good passing as well. So could be a similar player to Mahrez, and you know, could be a sort of a favorite of mine as well. Who knows what will bring it this year. That is pretty much it for this team. Then we have one more team left, which is Skillers 3. That's what I called it. There are only a couple players in this one. We start things off with Paul Pogba, who, as you do know, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, is 87 rated. Looks well-rounded once again this year. Had an absolute amazing start of the season. So hopefully he's able to keep it up and grab himself a couple of informs this year. And who knows, maybe more with Man United. Would be awesome. Next up, Neymar Jr. 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. You know, the usual kind of thing with Neymar. I'm not too sure if he's got himself an upgrade in any of the stats. But I used his gold last year from the moment I got him in a player pick up until team of the season. So yeah, I really hope I get to pack him soon. Next up, Kilian Mbappe, of course, the cover star. Probably the most overpowered player in this year's game. Due to, of course, him being the cover star as well. But last year, I absolutely hated playing against him. And this year, he looks even better. I can't really add anything else. I'm pretty sure he got himself an upgrade as well from 90 to 91. So yeah, good luck to everyone facing Mbappe this year. And then finally, we have Cristiano Ronaldo. I am so happy that he moved back to Manchester United. Me being a United fan, it's just a dream come true. So yeah, for that alone, I kind of can accept the downgrade to 91, even though I just don't really get it. But I'm fine with it, just so I can see that United badge on his card. So those are all the 5-star skillers in the game. I am not including the icons because the icons didn't really change. So I'm not really, bothered to show you guys them. And also outside of the new icons in like Robin van Persie, Wayne Rooney, Cafu and Casillas, there are unfortunately no new 5-star skillers. There is one brand new 5-star skiller though in the game, which is Ginola, which is a FUT Heroes player. You can see him right there, 89 rated, but unfortunately, he is not in concepts at the moment. I'm not too sure why that is. I will show his stats, though, on the screen. But I think it is because they, I think, only start putting these players in packs from October 1st. And right now, it's September 20th. So that's probably the reason why he's not in concepts. But anyway, guys, that is the first FIFA 22 video on the channel. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, you guys are looking forward to this year's game as well. And I'm going to promise to upload more again this year. I'm still not fully sure what to do in terms of series. You guys can let me know what you like to see. A Road to Glory style video, or again, the kind of skillers thing where we unlock skillers and stuff. You know how it's called, Skill into Glory. I'm personally more kind of on the Road to Glory side, but you guys can let me know in the comments what you prefer. And of course, the skill move tutorials are returning as well very soon. As we speak, I'm actually working on them, so hopefully I get to push them on the channel very soon. Anyway, guys, that is the end. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you, of course, did, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and that is pretty much the end. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.